Shalom, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. I just want to get into what the mark of the beast is, because there seems to be a lot of confusion dealing with the mark of the beast and what it is. So, let's just get into it. This is Revelation 13 and 15. It says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Right. So that he, when you read it, it's is Esau Edom. And when you go into Job 9:24, it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. When you go into that word hand, it means power. Now it says, Slack it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast," which is Esau Edom, the Edomites today, which are called the so-called white men. But let's just deal with, really, it's the elites pushing this new world order that they want. So it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast." Now, when you go into that word, let me just go to, when it says he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, when you go into that word, let's just go into the word power right here. It says something to be administered, right? Now, if you just do a simple search, definition search for the word administered, and you go to the synonyms, it will say words, it will give you synonyms like to pilot, to steer, to guide, to lead. So how the elites are giving power unto the image of the beast is by administering the ancient pagan Roman ways and just, for lack of a better term, Americanizing it, right? That's how they're giving life and power unto the image of the beast, by bringing back the old Roman ways and just Americanizing it, for lack of a better sense, right? That the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And let's just deal with something right there. If you're not down with this beast system, this new world order that they're bringing, you're going to be killed. So people say that, I'm now hearing that the 666 or mark of the beast can deal with Emperor Nero. Well, Emperor Nero was years ago, so, and I don't understand how not accepting Emperor Nero is going to get you killed. Also, Christianity's been around for years now, and nobody's being killed because they didn't accept Christianity. So let's just rule those two out right now. Let's continue on. Revelation 13 and 16. "And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Again, and he caused it all, both small and great. Nero isn't doing this, nor is Christianity doing this. "And he caused it all," which are these elites, "he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond." So homeless, these famous people, or any regular day citizen, and people in jail are going to have to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Let's just get into it, because I just don't understand how people are confused about this. But hey, now when you go into our word mark, the word there for mark is charagma, right? Now it says a thing carved, sculpture, graven work, right? So charagma is the act of cutting, right? To sculpt something, carved, graven work. But we're dealing with modern times now, right? So let's say you want to carve something, right? That's the form of charagma. Charagma is the act of cutting, but you need something to cut with, right? In order to cut something, just like a scissors, you can't just cut something without, something sharp, right? So let's go into the root word of charagma, which is karax. Now, karax says a pail, a stake, or a palisade. Think of, like, was it vampires when they have the wooden stake and they stab the vampire in the chest? That would be the sharp instrument or the tool. So karax would be the cutting instrument, the sharp object, like the scissors, right? So karax is the sharp instrument, the tool being used to cut, and charagma is the act of cutting. So let's look at today. What would the modern day karax be? The needle, obviously. Just like with these vaccines, in order to receive this vaccine, you have to the needle is what's used to give you the vaccine, right? So Karax is the sharp instrument, the needle being used, and the needle performs charagma by cutting into the flesh. Now let's go into the root word of charax, because when you push a needle into somebody, you're putting something in their body, right? So let's go into the root word of charax, which is grapho, right? It says to write with reference to the form of letters, or another one, it says to delineate letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. So let's recap again so you can understand. Charagma is the act of, it says carve, sculpture, graven work, right? So the act of cutting, but you need something to cut with, which would be charax, which is the sharp instrument. Now charax today, the charax today would be the needle, and that needle performs the act of charagma, which is cutting into the flesh. But that's not all they do with the needle, right? With these vaccines, they want to put something into you, right? So the grapho would be that information. And I have a video to show you, how the process goes down of getting the mark of the beast, because it's already out there in Sweden, which it's not out worldwide, but soon it will be out worldwide and then made mandatory. The grapho is the information that's going to be on the chip. Your whatever, your social security, how your money, all those type of things. So let's just recap again so you understand. Charagma is the act of cutting. Uh, Charax is the sharp instrument that's used to perform charagma. But you have to leave something in there because the needle just doesn't puncture the skin, and then that's all. That's why it has the pushy thing, or I'm sorry for saying pushy thing, but whatever it does to push something in. So it has to, it's putting grapho in the information. Now, like with these vaccines, the information will be that liquid that's putting in whatever to, they say, so-called cure you of this carrot 119 vaccine. You gotta say these type of terms because I had a video taken down when I said, whatever. So the grapho is the information that's going to be on the chip, right? Now I have a video just to show you how this all goes down. So let me go back.
Part of the club. Microchips. I was slightly.
All right.
Basmati. That's Indy Whitehead, better known as Gonzo. He's a local body piercer with 17 years of experience who was brought in to implant the microchips. I was slightly nervous about having the microchip inserted inside my body, given the size of the needle, and also nervous about what it could potentially mean for me, but here we go.
Now you're going to see, right? Like I said, I'm going to explain it as we're going through. The charax is the needle, as you're seeing right there. And the needle is going to perform charagma by cutting into his flesh. And then he's going to, do the pushy thing with the needle, and it's going to leave the RFID chip in there, which is going to have the graph, which is his information, so that way he can go about and do things, right? That's why we're going to get right, because he even said himself he was a little nervous about getting this microchip implanted in his hand, and this is Revelation 13 and 16 again. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. As you can see, it's his left hand, but still, it's his hand regardless. See? The Karak's performing Karagma, and then,
It's in there.
see, now
Pretty
it's
quick
in.
and easy.
It left the grapho in. And see, he's saying, I'm a proud member, making light of it. But, right, as you saw, the Karak's, which is the needle, performing Karagma, cutting into the flesh, and now he left the microchip in there, which is going to have the grapho, the information, to be able to do things. Now let's go back. Where were we? Right. And it says, let me just reread it again. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right. And you just saw that. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right. Now, again, some people will say that the mark of the beast is Christianity, or now dealing with Emperor Nero, but how is Emperor Nero stopping anybody from buying or selling? He's dead. Christianity's been out, and Christianity has not stopped people from buying or selling. So all of these things make absolutely no sense. And matter of fact, just to eliminate all of that, let me just go to where is it? Matter of fact, let's just go to. Matter of fact, I don't even need to do that. Yeah, actually, yeah. This is Revelation 16. I'm gonna just start from top. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, "Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth." And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had received the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Right. Again, how is it that Christianity is the mark of the beast when the people who received the mark of the beast got a noisome and grievous sore? Now, when you go into that word sore, it means, a sore is something that raises up. Like, think of like when you get a pimple, the pus raises up underneath the skin. So, how could the mark of the beast be Christianity or dealing with Emperor Nero? How is Emperor Nero going to give you, he's like we said, he's dead, going to give you a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had received the mark of the beast? Or how is Christianity going to do that? How is it going to give you a noisome and grievous sore when a sore is something that the skin gets irritated, raises up, and it's filled with pus? Makes no sense. So let's go back. Slack bear with me. Right. So it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right. Christianity is not stopping anybody from buying or selling. Right. But what they're going to do, what they're trying to do, implementing this new world order is, you see, things were at one point paper. You had your paper money, but then they introduced the credit card, and they're slowly trying to lead the people. Like I said earlier, that's how they're giving power and life unto the image of the beast, by leading and guiding the people into accepting this newer order. So the only way that you're going to be able to buy or sell very soon is with this microchip, this RFID chip, or whatever new name they may come out with it in the future. That's the only way in the future that you're going to be able to buy or sell. Because when you watch videos on this, they say, "Can microchips be the way of the future?" And they try to, entice you or uh, introduce you into taking it by saying that, "Oh, these things will be nice and easy and quick, and it'll be convenient and all that." The microchips is going to be the new way of the future. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beasts, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, threescore and six. Right, and that's going into the universal barcode that's on the back of every product. And when you look at the any product that you would buy, like right now, I'm looking at my apocrypha, right? But matter of fact, let me just slack it just so you can see what I'm talking about as well. I apologize about that. Right. So here you see the barcode, right? Now you see those two lines at the beginning. Now when the computer or the scanner reads that, it equals up to six. Now when you look at all these numbers, this deals with binary, binary deals with ones and zeros, 0011 and all that, right? But that's first two lines there in the front equals up to six when the computer scans it. The two long lines, right? Again, let me say that. The two long lines at the beginning, when the computer or the scanner reads that, it equals up to six. The two long lines in the middle, again, the computer reads that to six. And the last two lines at the end equal also up to six. So when you add together 666, that's how the computer or the scanner would read the your product that's on the back. Like I'm just looking at my apocrypha, and it's the same thing. That's how those three lines will equal up to 666. That's how the computer would read it. And all the other numbers that you see don't matter. It's just the first two lines, the middle two lines, and then the last two long lines at the end. Those three lines equal up to 666. So again, let's just recap on this. How they're giving life unto the image of the beast is by making you bringing back the old Roman ways and just bring it into America for the people to follow. And they've leaded and guided and steering people into following the ancient Roman ways by bringing it back. That's how he gave life unto the image of the beast. Now he's gonna eventually enforce everybody to receive, like it says, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their forehead, which is that RFID chip. And how you people are going to take that chip, again, charagma is the act of cutting into the flesh. But again, you need something to cut in the flesh, which is karax. That needle is the karax, and with it, you're going to perform charagma by cutting into the flesh, and then they're going to do the pushy thing, which is going to leave the microchip in there, in the hand or in their foreheads, which is going to have the graph on it, which is your information, so that way you can be able to buy or sell. You see? And it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So if you don't have this, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. Basically, feed yourself. That's how they're going to push you and lead you into accepting their new world order, by preventing you from buying or selling. So you'd say, hey, I can't eat, I can't feed my kids, I have no other way, I have to take this chip. But the Heavenly Father speaks against doing that. Otherwise, there's a judgment for that. I'm going to get that as well. Right? This is Revelation. Let me just start some. Revelation 14:7. Saying, matter of fact, we'll just start 8. Revelation 14:8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, which Babylon is America today, that great city, because she had made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So again, see how it says there, receive the mark in his forehead or his hand. See, when we read in Revelation 13, it said right hand. So you can't be a smart ass to say, well, I got it in my back or in my left hand. No, you receive it, period. This is the judgment. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So that is the judgment, which is nuclear fire. So the mark of the beast has nothing to do with Emperor Nero or Christianity. Or I pray and hope that I brought out Revelation 16 and 1 and 2, where it says those that receive the mark of the beast got a noisome and grievous sore upon their hands. How can the mark of the beast be dealing with Emperor Nero, who was years ago, or Christianity, when it says that those who receive the mark of the beast got a noisome and grievous sore upon their hands or their bodies, which a sore is something that the pus raises up from underneath the skin and you get that sore. So again, since when is Christianity giving people pus in their body? You see how ridiculous this sounds? Or how is Emperor Nero giving people a noisome and grievous sore? So the mark of the beast that's written in the scriptures is that RFID chip, or whatever new name they may come out with it. I really pray and hope this was edifying and you really understand, because this is serious, because this is the times that we're coming into. And I pray that and hope that you were edified. Again, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom.